Hello dear students, welcome back to economics session. This is the part 2 of our chapter Employment, Growth, Informalization and Other Issues. The self-employed and hired workers. First we have to study the different categories or status of workers. First one, self-employed. Second, casual wage laborers. Third, regular salaried employees. First one is self-employed. The workers who own and operate an enterprise to earn their livelihood are known as self-employed. For example, a cement shop owner is self-employed. They account for about 52% of India's workforce. So, self-employed workers are those who operate an enterprise to earn their livelihood. And 52% of the total workforce of India are self-employed workers. Second is casual wage laborers. Casual wage laborers are casually engaged in others' farms and in return they get a remuneration for the work done. For example, the construction workers are casual wage laborers. They account for 30% of India's workforce. And here is a picture of brick making, and it is a form of casual work. The third category of workers are regular salaried employees. When a worker is engaged by someone or an enterprise and paid his or her wages on a regular basis, they are known as regular salaried employees. For example, workers like civil engineer working in the construction company. That is an example of regular salaried employees. They get their salary in a regular basis and they account for, that means the regular salaried employees account for 18% of India's total workforce. Now the distribution of employment status given in a pie diagram. The self-employed are 52, casual wage laborers 30%, regular salaried employees 18%, and total of 100% workforce. The advantages of knowing the status with which a worker is placed in an enterprise. First one, by knowing the status with which a worker is placed in an enterprise, it may be possible to know the quality of employment in a country. And second, it also enables us to know the attachment a worker has with his or her job and the authority she or he has over the enterprise and over other co-workers. And the distribution of employment by gender is given here. First is self-employed. 51% of male workers and 56% of female workers are self-employed. Casual wage laborers, 29 male workers and 31 female workers. That is in percentage. Regular salaried employees, 20% male workers and 13% of female workers. And this is the pie diagram. The self-employment is a major source of livelihood for both men and women, as this category accounts for more than 50% of the workforce in both pie charts. The casual wage work is the second major source for both men and women. Men are engaged in regular salaried employment in greater proportion than women. They form 20%, whereas women form only 13%, and the regular salaried employees in the status national wise, that is 18%. So 20% of regular salaried employees were men and only 30% were women. One of the reasons could be skill requirement. Since the regular salaried jobs require skills and a higher level of literacy, women might not have been engaged to a great extent because of their low literacy rate in India. And the distribution of employment by region is given. Urban areas, self-employed are 43% and in rural area 56%. Casual wage laborers, 15% in urban areas and 35% in rural areas. Regular salaried employees, 42% in urban areas, and in rural areas it is merely 9%. And here also a pie diagram is given. The self-employed and casual wage laborers are found more in rural areas than in urban areas. In rural areas, since the majority of those depending on farming on plots of land and cultivate independently, the share of self-employed is greater. And in urban areas, both self-employment and the regular wage salary jobs are greater. The nature of work in urban areas is different. Obviously, everyone cannot run factories, shops, and offices for various types. Moreover, enterprises in urban areas require workers on a regular basis.